Surgical Sarat Olaide, and I'll be starting the presentation. My colleagues are Mohammed Mubashir Hanif, Mohammed Usman Ashraf, and Mohammed Saqlain Abbas. So the title of our presentation is Revitalizing Nigeria's SME Sector. That's the strategic interventions for growth. Then slide one. This is an analysis for Nigeria's SME sector. Today we look at strategic interventions that would serve as possible solution to some Nigerians, 17.4 million small businesses who are 48% of GDP, but who also face huge barriers to growth based on information from Malaysia, Vietnam, and Rwanda. We highlight evidence-based solutions that draw on successful models. By adopting these global best practices, we can tailor interventions that addresses Nigerian specific needs. We will outline key strategies, including the loan guarantee scheme, infrastructure development, information, and gender inclusion, all of which can drive sustainable growth. This approach would not only help to improve the financial inclusion of SMEs, but also support them in overcoming operational constraints and tapping into broader economic opportunities. Slide two, I'll begin the introduction. There's nevertheless, Nigeria's SME sector has lots of potential, but in the brink of several severe challenges. Our SMEs are struggling with access to financial compared to 33% in Malaysia with an 80% loan rejection rate. Nigeria's SME contributes 48% of GDP, a ratio of 48% and compared to 71% of Malaysia's GDP, represent a huge untapped economic opportunity that need a target policy intervention via PESTO analysis. In comparison to Malaysia, where SMEs contribute 71% of GDP, Nigeria's SME are underperforming despite their significant presence. The need for targeted policy interventions is evident, and a PESTO analysis will be used to identify the key external factors that contribute to these challenges. This analysis will highlight the political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors that need to be addressed to create a more supportive ecosystem for SMEs. Slide three, possible scope. This comparative analysis places Nigeria's contextual in terms of other peer economies. 23% of Malaysia's GDP contribution gap and lack of digital adoption, 22.2 versus Malaysia's 29%. However, regional norms have an 80% loan rejection rate, which makes our intervention strategies both a challenge and an opportunity for improvement. Furthermore, the 80% loan rejection rate common across the region is a significant obstacle to the growth of SMEs in Nigeria. The situation presents both a challenge and an opportunity for policy interventions that can bridge the gap by understanding the unique constraints that Nigerian SMEs face. We can develop strategies to address these structural issues that limit their contribution to the economy and foster a more inclusive business environment. Slide four is the sector snapshot. We have 17.4 million SMEs who employ 84% of Nigeria's labor force, but account for only 48% of GDP. On top of this average lifespan of 4.2 years points at unsustainable challenges. These enterprises are, in spite of the backbone of our economy, with very real operational barriers hampering their growth potential and contribution to our economy. The average lifespan of Nigerian SME is just 4.2 years, which points to a concerning trend of unsustainable growth and high business failure rates. These businesses face operational barriers, including unreliable electricity, inadequate financial support, and burdensome regulatory processes. These challenges prevent SMEs from expanding their operations and contributing fully to Nigeria's economic development. Understanding these barriers is crucial and designing targeted interventions that can support sustainable business growth. I'll be handing over to Mohammed to continue.
My name is Mohammad Mubashir Hanif, and today I'm discussing about these financial barriers. Um, as we can see in this slide, the main obstacle for Nigerian SMEs is financial exclusion. SME are rejected with 80% of loan applications and with only 7.27 of SME on contribution to export the financing system, which is weak. Targeted interventions can close this wide inefficiency. So Nigerian SMEs contribute just 7.27 of total exports, indicating that they are underperforming in global markets. The lack of access to finance is a major contributor for this problem, as it limits the as it is the limit, which is to be ability of business to invest in the infrastructure, marketing and technology needed to compete internationally. Addressing these financial barriers through targeted interventions is critically unlocking the growth potential of Nigeria's SME sector and fostering a more competitive and export driven economy. Now, I will talk about this obstacle analysis. As we can see in this slide, the pastel analysis shows that financial access and technological barriers, which are to be addressed as a critical interventions. Its infrastructure and regulatory burdens are severe enough to slash productively by limiting SME to 88.9% of whom report indicate electricity and 214 annual hours on tax compliance. System challenges like these call for collective policy solutions across a range of policy areas. The analysis also highlights the infrastructure and regulatory challenges that SMEs face. For example, indicate electricity supply and excessive tax compliance burdens further limit the productivity of small businesses. For example, these challenges not only stifle growth but also increase operational cost. As we can see, a holistic approach that tackles financial, technological, and infrastructure barriers will be the essential for creating a conducive environment for SMEs in thrive in Nigeria. Now I will discuss about the invention one, low guarantees. In loan guarantees, Nigeria 80% loan rejection rate is addressed through the proposed 200 million loan guarantee scheme that covers share of risk of of financial institutions. This intervention would be based off the CCRIS model that was successful in Malaysia by phasing its implementation for 5 years and through strict governance protocols that transformed financial inclusions while still managing default risk. As we can see, some key features of this intervention is its focus on managing default risk while promoting financial inclusions with a robust governance framework in place. This inventions aims to increase SME cross to finance, enabling business to grow, expand, and contribute more effectively to the economy. So I will talk about this in intervention two, which is power infrastructure. So in this slide, we are especially discussing the capacity increase proposal to increase grid reliability from the 3.1 to 6.5 using strategic public-private partnerships. This $220 million investment models Vietnam's successful infrastructure transformation to reduce SME clusters, which is generator dependency and operational cost, and ensure reliable power. By improving these power supplies, SMEs can save an operational cost, invest in their business, and increase their competitiveness. This intervention will not only benefit small businesses but also contribute to broader economic growth by creating a more reliable generating infrastructure. So now I'm inviting my friend Muhammad Usman for the further presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mubashir, for giving me the opportunity. Hi, everyone. My name is Muhammad Usman Ashraf, and now I will explain the digital transformation. Reduction of the compliance time from 214 hours to 90 hours annually frees critical resources for business development through a $40 million investment and a $100 million annual productivity gain. Tax compliance has been improved. Rwanda's same initiative increased collection by 16% while terming the administrative burden of business. Rwanda's similarly initiative showed a 16% increase in tax collection while reducing the administrative burden on business by improving the efficiency of our tax compliance. SMEs will have more time and resources to expand the operations. This intervention will also drive greater digital adoption, enable SMEs to take advantage of our new technology and enhance their competitive in both local and international markets. Next slide, please. Gender inclusion. Although women make up 49% of Nigeria population, they are only leading 21% Nigeria small and medium enterprises SMEs. This intervention address women business in a tailored way to address financial barriers and thereby unleash high economic potential through more inclusive financial and business support services. Research has shown that business led by women often perform well in terms of innovative and productivity. With the right support, female entrepreneurship can become a major force in Nigeria SME sector, contributing to both economic growth and gender equity. Next slide, please. Yes, cost projections. We have a phase implementation strategy that allows a immediate impact without physical responsibility. The fund has a $50 million and scales to $20 million by year 5. Our largest investment is power infrastructure at $220 million, which is virtually arrangements that mobilize private capital and produce public economic benefits. The largest investment in power infrastructure with $220 million allocated to improve the electricity grid and reduce SMEs' dependence on generators. These investments are designed to maximize public and private sector collaboration, ensuring that the financial burden is shared while delivering significant economic benefits. The cost projections are carefully planned to ensure the sustainability of the inventions and their long term impact on the SME sectors. Next slide, please. Yes, risk mitigation. Key risks include a 20% loss of default that could load to as much as £40 million in losses, economic volatility, increasing repayment capacity, significant delays in implementing of infrastructure projects, and political resistance to a policy reform. We adopt such mitigation strategies as phase implementation, strong governance framework, and a stakeholder engagement. Uh, Now I will invite Mr. Saqlain to explain the further part, please.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Saqlain Abbas, and I am here to present the slide number 15, 13, and the slide is year roadmap. In these slides, we will discussion about the year roadmap. In year one, our implementation starts with the $50 million loan granted funds and $7 million digital literacy program in 3 years. We scaled to a $120 million loan facility and also do $150 million of infrastructure PPS. The full $200 million guarantee scheme and $220 million infrastructure program will become available by year 5. This roadmap provides a clear timeline for the implementation of each intervention with milestones to ensure that progress is tracked and adjustments are made as necessary. This phased approach allows for flexibility, ensuring that the interventions remain responsive to the changing need of SME and the border economy. By year 5, the SME sector will be a border economy significantly transformed with increased access to fair finance, reliable power, and greater digital approach. Now I'm going to explain the next slide, number 14, accepted outcome. In this slide, we will discussion about the based on your projection by 2028, SME GDP share will go up from 48% to 58%. SME loan approval rate will increase fivefold to more than 20% to 45%. SME digital adoption will enlarge fivefold and SME export will boom. There are these outcomes which entail very significant income growth that is derived from the policies aimed at addressing the key concentrations of the SME. The intervention are designed to address the key concentrations faced by SME, enabling them to grow skills and contribute more effectively to the economy by focusing on financial infrastructure, digital transformation, and gender inclusion. These policies will unlock the full potential of Nigeria SME sectors, resulting in a more competitive and resilient economies. Uh, uh, and I'm going to the uh, present the next slide, number 15, conclusion and recommendation. In these slides, we will discuss about what is our conclusion and recommendations. Uh, in these slides, we advocate for the slower but better $200 million loan granted scheme to borrow from the Malaysia model and speed up power infrastructures PPS with Winter farm work and e-tax adoption as Rwanda did to save business 124 hours each year. And gender financing based on case studies on how to support women entrepreneurs. The interventions are evidence based and addresses Nigeria's specific SME challenge. And here are some reference from for presentations. You can see here you DE and etc. You can see the others references. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for giving us the times. And here